This episode of the LCTV News is brought to you by Encompass Health, North Shore Community College, Leo Inc., Brotherhood Credit Union, and Daoulas Brothers Construction.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of LCTV News. Our coverage this week spans from youth opportunities to all the amazing mothers in Lynn and circles around for a jam-packed week of high school sports. The Lowdown presents yet another topic of music in the city and what one organization is doing to nurture the next generation of artists. Here's the news for Friday, May 17th, 2024. On Friday, May 10th, 7 Lynn Fire recruits were among the class of 33 to graduate from the State Fire Academy in Stowe, receiving their certifications to mark the completion of a 50-day career recruit firefighter training program. As part of this program, they received classroom training in basic firefighting skills, beginning with non-fire situations and working their way up to controlled fire conditions. According to the Department of Fire Services, they must, quote, demonstrate proficiency in life safety, search and rescue, ladder operations, water supply, pump operation, and fire attack, end quote. Additionally, firefighters must be equipped to handle a wide range of situations beyond firefighting, such as responding to environmental emergencies or assisting motorists trapped in their vehicle. The City of Lynn is excited to announce their new Saturday swim program. Open to youths age 5 to 14, they are 30-minute classes divided by age group. Consisting of 2 sessions, the first runs from tomorrow, May 18th, to June 8th. The second session will begin the next weekend, running every Saturday from June 15th through July 6th. It is free to sign up and open to swimmers of all levels, but there is a limit of 16 youth per class. Classes will be held at the Lynn Vocational Technical Institute pool. The link to sign up is available on the City of Lynn's website. Raw Arts held their annual fundraiser this year, sporting the theme of being unapologetically yourself, with the title of Unabashed to Match. Attendees participated in a silent auction full of art from Raw alumni in a colorful, upbeat environment.
We are celebrating another year of Raw Artworks being an amazing organization. We are so excited because we have our annual bash tonight, and this year's theme is unabashed. So we are basically saying, come as your authentic self, be extra if you want to be extra, and just be proud of who you are, and celebrating every uniqueness that we have as individuals and as an organization and as a community. So it's really exciting. And this is the event that is our annual fundraiser. So a lot of the proceeds from this event support programming throughout the year for the organization. We have a full house, and it's great that we had an opportunity to invite people to our space, experience a little bit of our building, and but also the vibe that it is kind of like a reflection of our mission. And we have amazing art that has been created by our student alumni that have been for many years part of the organization, and they have created art for us for tonight. We also invited a lot of different local artists to donate their pieces as well. I'm really proud of how we have come together to create an event that is very reflective of who we are as an organization. Every year we do this, we put this effort in making sure that we are welcoming to the community and our guests that we are inviting. But I feel that this year has been even more special because we have worked with every every department in the organization. We all have done a little bit of like putting our touches into the event, but also we are doing way more to engage a new set of stakeholders, and those are our alumni. They are everywhere in the space, talking to donors, talking to supporters, and just sharing their experience and their stories that is so connected to Raw. So we are very excited about that, and really that makes it extra special for this year.
A reminder to all youth aged 16 to 21, the annual Summer Employment Program is still accepting applications through May 24th. Programs will run from July 8th through August 16th, allowing participants the chance to grow professionally while also making a positive impact on their community. Jobs are also based on the applicant's interests and range from park counselor to landscaping to clerical work. Visit our website, lyntv.org, or the City of Lynn website to download the application. On Wednesday the 15th, hundreds of participants participated in a rally advocating for lower housing costs and wage increases. The group included 45 Lynn residents, led by the nonprofit Lynn United for Change. According to a press release, since 2010, landlords have been raising rent by an average of 55%, making Massachusetts the 5th most expensive state in the country. During this rally, attendees advocated for a wage increase of $20 per hour and for legislators to remove the ban on local rent stabilization methods. A bill of this nature would cap rent increases at 5%, excluding small-scale landlords, and a 5-year exception on new construction. Lynn residents specifically asked representatives to support a bill which would protect tenants and stabilize rent. One such resident spoke about her experience working 12 hours a day to support herself and 2 children while facing rent increases of $750 per month. Cinda Dane founded the magazine Faces of Lynn to celebrate the vibrant community of the city. A launch party was held on May 11th to celebrate the 4th edition of the publication. This year's edition spotlighted over 100 moms in Lynn and was fittingly released the day before Mother's Day.
My name is Cinda Dane, and I am an artist and photographer in Lynn, and today is the 4th issue of Faces of Lynn magazine, and I'm hoping for it to be a biannual magazine that comes out. I really enjoyed the process of it, so it'll continue to be a physical copy magazine, and each copy will be a different focus. This year's focus is on moms. I was able to photograph and capture over 100 moms in Lynn. And so, you know, today's May 11th, the day before Mother's Day, and it's a beautiful day to celebrate. In the back, we've got local moms that are entrepreneurs that are selling cake pops to permanent jewelry, to ceramics. So it's a beautiful day to celebrate. 164 pages. Yep. It's my biggest project yet, and I'm so proud, and it is so gorgeous. I just believe moms are our everyday superheroes. This year is moms. Next year, it'll be something else in the next 2 years. So I'm looking forward to continuing this project.
There was a fundraiser at Raleigh's Tavern on the Square Thursday, May 16th to support the 2024 fireworks show. The Lynn fireworks are made possible by 100% donations. Running from 4:30 to 7 p.m., there was a scratch ticket raffle, and donations of any amount are greatly appreciated. On deck, the sports update. Over the weekend, English baseball engaged with their arch-rival Classical under the lights. Teams were full speed ahead in a game which holds potentially significant playoff implications. Needing a spark, English found one, beating the Rams 5-2 in a game which saw no errors from either side. The Bulldogs scored all their runs in the first 2 innings. Jariel Benzen took the reins on offense, going 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Aliha Wallace got the win, allowing just 3 hits in 6 innings before Gilbert Galva cleaned up for the save. Classical did have highlights, with 4 players grabbing hits, stealing 5 bases, and pitcher Christian Figueroa striking out 10 in 6 innings. English won again, pounding Chelsea 15-1, scoring 10 of their 15 total in the second, before losing to Malden 8-6 on the 15th. while the Rams came back swinging, shutting out Chelsea 10-0. Roki Bree and Alfred Ventura combined for the no-hitter, with Bree also contributing a home run. Bulldog softball was just as hot, smoking Chelsea 12-0 on the 13th. English scored at least one run in every inning, including 5 in the 4th. Kate Johansson was the front-runner on offense, scoring 2 runs and knocking in 2 more. They faced off with Classical, but this time it was the Rams coming out on top 2-0. Sophomores Brooke Braswell and Emma Cavalier combined for the first 5 Classical runs, 3 in the first, then 2 more in the 3rd. It took until the 3rd, but English got on the board with an RBI single by Ariana LeBoy. But Ram Rachel Dana sat down 8 Bulldogs and only allowed that 1 earned run. Classical took that momentum for a 24-3 victory over Chelsea on Senior Day. Fittingly, senior Dana went 3 for 3 with a home run, triple, 4 runs scored, and 4 RBIs. 4 other Rams also had multi-hit games in the win. St. Mary's perfect season has come to an end. Their baseball team reached 11-0 before dropping 2 straight, including a tough 1-0 defeat to the still unbeaten Bishop Feion. However, they rebounded in a big way, sweeping opponents to secure the Spartan Invitational Championship title. First, they took down Pope Francis 4-0 behind Josh Donnie, dealing his way to a 6-strikeout, 3-hit complete game. The championship game against Masco had an identical score, but this time it was Jake Zimmerman's turn for a 3-hit, 8-strikeout shutout. 3 Spartans had multi-hit games, led by Isaiah Weston going 2 for 2, scoring 2 runs. A 4-0 final, and the title was theirs. Their softball team currently boasts an 8-game winning streak, tripling up on Woburn 15-4 on the road. Brooke Maloney was again the leader on offense, registering 3 hits. While Kip Baseball hosted Mystic Valley in a doubleheader, but lost both, 9-1 and 11-1. As for Tech, their baseball team is back in the win column, scraping out an 8-7 road win against Neshoba Tech. At the plate, Chris Boyd went 3 for 4 with an RBI, while teammates Nevin Gonzalez went 2 for 2 and Roman Valdez tacked on 2 more hits. Pitching duties were split between Boyd and Will McCafferty, who came in relief and sat down 8. Despite giving up early runs, the Tigers stayed patient and focused to secure the victory. At 9-6, they are now only 1 win away from qualifying for the postseason. The Lynn Jets took care of business against Lowell 10-2. Ian Brown did 60% of the scoring with an assist to boot. 3 other Jets tacked on the remaining goals, including Jordan M. with 2. It took 4 sets, but Lynn Tech boys volleyball got another win under their belt in a final score of 3-1. It was a hard-fought battle, with the 2nd set going to extra points for the eventual 26-24 Tigers win. Impressive stats were posted by several players, but a standout was Deidlier Jacques Jr. with 6 kills, 5 digs, 5 aces, and 5 blocks. They were swept 3-0 by Greater Lowell on the 13th and lost 3-2 to Chelsea on the 15th. For Classical, they shut out Somerville 3-0, upping their overall record to 12-4. Kenzel Lentano was everywhere, registering 30 assists, 4 aces, 4 digs, and 1 kill. Last weekend was also the MSTCA State Coaches Invitational, and Spartans track and field showed up. The boys' side had 3 medalists. Kyle Quatek was 2nd in the mile, and 2 other Spartans captured 2nd and 5th in the high jump. Meanwhile, at 5-0, the Lynn Tech boys captured the Commonwealth Atlantic Conference Championship with an 89-47 victory over Notre Dame Academy. Their girls' team is also topping the CAC, winning their meet 100-36. After taking 2 of 3 against the Washington Nationals, the Red Sox went 1 for 4, hosting division rival Tampa Bay Rays. Boston dropped the first game 5-3 and the last 2 games 4-3 and 7-5, with their lone victory coming in the second game 5-4 in 12 innings. The Celtics have advanced to the Eastern Conference Finals for the 3rd year in a row. In the most tightly contested game of the playoffs for the Celtics, they took down the Cavaliers 109-102 on the road. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum took control as the top scorers at 33 and 27 points respectively, but even more important, they were strong playmakers. Tatum had several feeds to Luke Cornett right under the basket in a crucial 4th quarter. For the knockout punch, Boston took Game 5 at home, 113-98. Al Horford was electric, grabbing 22 points and 15 assists, and if that wasn't enough, 5 other Celtics scored in the double digits, led again by Tatum with 25. They won a 15-4 run to end the first half and pulled away in the fourth quarter off several clutch buckets. In contrast, in hockey, the Bruins are clinging to their playoff lives as the Florida Panthers grabbed a 3-1 lead off 5-2 and 3-2 victories. Boston was up 2-0 in Game 4, but gave up 3 unanswered goals, including a controversial no call on a Sam Bennett goal where he appeared to cause goalie interference. But the Bees hung on for a 2-1 victory on the road in a game where they were still missing captain Brad Marchand due to injury. Charlie McAvoy scored what would eventually be the game winner off a steal in the second. Featuring another incredible performance by Jeremy Swayman, including stopping a shot with 3 seconds remaining in regulation to seal the win and move the series to 3-2. Lynn has always been a city of artists, and the Lynn Music Foundation seeks to give those pursuing their dreams in music a place to amplify and display their talent. This time they were on the lowdown discussing several ongoing workshops covering beat work to creating a brand for yourself. Here is the lowdown. Good afternoon and welcome back to the Lynn Lowdown. I'm Danny Vittori, and today we have on the Executive Director of the Lynn Music Foundation, Edwin Cabrera. Thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm really excited to be back.
Yeah, I'm excited to have you back on. You have a lot happening right now.
Yeah,
so
some things in the tuck, yeah.
Yeah, a little bit. So where do we want to start? One thing that you definitely wanted to mention was you have multiple workshops going on right now, 4 different ones?
Yes, so I want to get the word out so that we have more people coming down and checking it out because it's free. So we have, right now, 5 workshops running this week.
Ooh.
If you don't mind me just running through them real quick.
Yeah,
so
go for it.
Mondays, it's a youth workshop, so 3:30 to 5:30 over at the Neil Rental Vault Theater at the Lynn Arts Building. We have We Make Noise, which is if you're 12 to 17 years old, if you are interested in songwriting and performance, it's the perfect workshop for you. Again, all these workshops are free, and we're trying to get more people involved and come down. Sol Maria, who's a local artist, is leading the workshop. So if you want to, get your kids involved, that's definitely a good one. For adults, we also on Tuesdays have a artist development workshop, and that's run by Jay Moon, who's our Director of Artist Relations. He's very well known in Lynn as one of the premier artists and producers, and he's doing a workshop on artist development because a lot of artists in Lynn, they're very talented, but figuring out the branding and the marketing and the strategy behind it, it's a whole other art form.
Yeah,
and so we're trying to make sure we're training up local artists who are trying to get their music more out there, trying to get more exposure, just give them a little bit more guidance about how to craft your brand, how to put yourself out there, and things to look at. Wednesday we have another songwriting and performance workshop, and this one is for adults. This is ran by Dionis, very talented guy, beautiful singer, very soulful guy. And he's doing a workshop to help the artists who are already in the scene making music, but just need a place, a safe space to keep recording, or just meet with other people who are like-minded and want to be able to craft some music together. After his workshop, so that runs 5 to 7 on Wednesdays.
Okay.
And I don't know if I mentioned this, but Tuesday's workshop, Keep Moving Forward, that runs 6 to 8. And so on Wednesdays we have with Dionis the artist development workshop, the songwriting and performance workshop. Right after that, 7 to 9, we have a beat making workshop. And so this is ran by T. White, who's a local producer. He's worked with some pretty big names in the industry in form of hip hop, and he's giving back by showing people how to use Fruity Loops. I don't know if you've ever made beats before. Fruity Loops is one of those OG beat making softwares.
Yeah.
And so we have 10 laptops, so 10 people are able to enroll in the workshop. All of this is free, and if you're interested in making beats, that's definitely one you have to check out. So we got a lot of things happening this week. I just want to make sure people know about it, and come on down if you want to join us.
Oh, yeah, you do. You have so much going on, and there's pretty large music scene, artistic scene in Lynn, and you were even saying before we came on, you want to give them sort of a space where they feel comfortable in a space that's kind of with their own people, is what you're saying?
Yeah, we have such a great music scene here in Lynn, and what we're trying to do with the Lynn Music Foundation is put that at the forefront. We're trying to create not just events, but really kind of create a movement of local artists supporting each other. And so everything that we're doing, either we try to make free or affordable if it's not free, and just get the people out and coming down to the Lynn Arts Building and coming down to the Neil Rental Vault Theater, you know, because it's a place to meet, hopefully also explore your creativity, meet other peoples, collaborate, and just hopefully make music history there. There's already a lot of music history in that building, so we're just trying to continue that.
Oh yeah, you're in a building that has a lot of history to it, a lot more, and you've been spicing it up a little bit, which is great. And I probably should have led with this, but the workshops, how many weeks do they go? Like, what's the range?
Yeah, so each workshop is about 10 weeks. I think the artist development workshop actually runs 12 weeks. So they're running up until mid-June. And I think artist development, the Tuesday workshop with Jay Moon, runs until early July. So there's definitely plenty of time to jump in, and you know, we've already started. But that doesn't mean people who are interested, you know, if you're interested, we can jump on in. It's not like you'll be, you know, behind or anything like that. We're really good about just trying to individually get people to you know, come to the workshops and then help develop them. So yeah.
And other than the youth ones, people, they can go to different ones. They can choose. Like, they could go to multiple. Different workshops.
They can go to whichever one they feel like they're going to. So if you're a beat maker, but also you like to sing, you can go to both. You know, you can go to one right after the other. So there's no limitations there. And you know, what we're hoping to do is really kind of have these workshops be continuous throughout the year. So this first one is running up until like mid-June, July, right around then. But we'll probably pick back up right around September and do the same thing throughout the fall and winter. So this is something that we're looking to do more kind of on a year-round basis for the future. So even if you're not available now for whatever reason, there'll be more in the future, because this is one of the things that we're excited about, is just doing more things to get the community involved musically and creatively. So yeah, this is probably going to be a thing that we're going to be doing from here until, you know, years from now.
Oh yeah, you're definitely getting really into it. And I'm curious, why do you think it's so important to incorporate such a range of ages? Because you have the youth groups, and then it's all the way up to, there's no limit. Yeah,
well, I feel like Lynn has a great amount of nonprofit organizations, and that's, I think, one of the strengths of Lynn is that there's resources for people of all ages, and a lot of resources for youth, which is great. And what I worry about sometimes is, like, are we making sure that once the youth are, you know, graduated from high school, can they still utilize programming in Lynn? Because a lot of the programs that we have now, a lot of the organizations serve youth, but I feel like there's once they turn 18, they graduate from high school, there becomes less places and resources for them to go to. LCTV is a great resource, actually. Like, you don't have to be, you know, in high school to come here and utilize the facilities that you guys have. We want to do the same thing, you know, because people don't just stop. Like, for example, I am an alum of the Real to Real Film School at Raw Artworks. I don't stop making films after I graduate high school. I continue that because you've put this passion in me. I have to go out and do it. So I want to make sure that, you know, there's a model of, like, we serve youth, but also we do adult-related workshops, because there's a lot of, you know, creatives who are not going to college, not going to Berkeley. You know, they're just trying to make music, and we need a space for all those people also.
And the people that come to these workshops, what do you hope that they take away from it or learn?
I'm hoping that, you know, whether they're doing it because they want to pursue a career in it, or they're doing it because they're just curious and they just want to have some fun, that they're able to express themselves and feel good about it. You know, like, for example, last night we had our beat making workshop, and, you know, somebody came in. It was his first time in the building. It's his first time kind of getting to know us. And by the end of the workshop, he was just so happy, and he was like shocked. He was like, you know, because we had all these equipment out, the laptops with the drum pads and the keys and everything, and he was just like happy and shocked that he was able to get a great lesson for free, you know, in downtown Lynn. And that's the kind of thing we're going for. It's like, we want to be able to put that smile on people's faces, because they're coming in a place where they feel accepted, and they're learning something they've always had an interest in.
Yeah, and like you said, people maybe don't expect it, and then they realize that there's all these resources here that are there to utilize.
Yeah, and, you know, our job now is to make sure people know about it. So it's happening. Now we got to let the people know about it and invite them down to come join us and be a part of the movement we got going on there.
And one of your big events coming up in a few months is the Lynn Music Festival. I know you want to talk about a little bit as well in late June.
So we are accepting submissions, and You know, we'll be sharing a link. If you look on Lynn Music Foundation on our Instagram, you'll be able to see more information there on how to sign up. But we're accepting submissions for performers.
Okay.
We want to be able to provide a festival that honors and celebrates all music. Right now, we're going on the 3rd year of our Keep Moving Forward festival, and that festival is primarily a hip hop festival. And so we wanted to do another festival, you know, that kind of overall is a celebration of music. So we're looking at having some jazz, some rock, some hip hop, a little bit of everything. That way people are being exposed to more music than just what they're used to. And, you know, we're not forgetting about, you know, other music creators in Lynn. So that one is a much more open genre festival. And that'll happen June 22nd, Saturday, at Red Rock Park. And then later on in the summer, you know, towards September 1st, I think is kind of the date we have in mind. That'll be the Keep Moving Forward Festival. So we got 2 festivals coming up in the summer, one in the beginning and one at the end.
And you have great venues to do them for too, right? Either in front of the ocean or Frederick Douglass Park or any of them. Yeah,
we're lucky because, you know, Red Rock Park is such a beautiful area. I love walking through that area every single day, the grassy field. So to just bring music down at Red Rock Park and have people celebrate and have a good time there. And then with the Keep Moving Forward Festival being at Frederick Douglass Park, which is like right in the heart of Lynn, that's an amazing, beautiful, you know, area with the mural right behind it. It's so powerful. We're very, very lucky to have those 2 places, as well as our own venues, you know, in the Lynn Arts Building, the Neil Rental Vault Theater. So, you know, the location itself, I think, it just lends itself to the power of what we're doing.
It does. Music can be so powerful, and it draws you in when you hear it or you see it and you want to know what's happening. And I love now that you're one of many organizations that really emphasizes that.
Yeah, thank you.
And I know I have to wrap up in a moment, was there anything else that you wanted to mention or talk about?
Yeah, well, just if you're curious at all to find out what we're up to, what we're doing, or you want to know more about the workshops, go to linmusic.org. We have pretty much what's happening. We do all sorts of different things. So we offer these workshops, but also if you're a recording artist who is looking for to book studio time and to record in, you know, a high quality environment, we have a recording studio that used to be where WFNX used to broadcast out of. Is our recording studio. It's a really sweet bit of music history. If you are looking to do stuff on your own and utilizing our venue, we do venue rentals. So there's a lot of different services we provide on top of the free programming. So if you want to know anything else about us, go to linmusic.org. Awesome.
Well, I cannot say it any better than that. So thank you again for joining us, coming on and talking about it.
Thank you. Pleasure to be here.
Of course, anytime. And once again, I'm Danny Vittori. This has been the Lynn Lowdown, and we'll see you next week with more guests. Up next, the community calendar. Spring Park cleanups are continuing every Saturday through June 27th. Next weekend, May 18th, the DPW and Litter Committee will be at Ames Playground. Cleanups run from 9 to 11 a.m. and are canceled if it's raining. Pre-registration is not required, supplies are provided, and volunteering for cleanups can be counted as community service hours. The Food Project is hosting a series of meetings titled Growing Change. Each week they discuss a different topic to identify areas of change in Lynn's food system. This includes access to fresh, affordable food, nutritional education, or new growing spaces. Next Saturday, the 18th, will be the final meeting, Growing Change Part 2, at the Phoenix Food Hub from noon to 2 p.m. My Brother's Table is holding an open house on Sunday, May 19th to celebrate the opening of their new dining room. Occurring from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m., attendees can see the newly renovated dining room as well as tour their clinic and gift shop. Come meet staff, volunteers, and board members and enjoy a treat. If interested, RSVP using the link on our website, linntv.org. That is the final frame for the news this week. Visit linntv.org for a complete community calendar and videos. With summer and warm weather it brings, approaching events are becoming more and more plentiful. Be sure to follow us on social media at Lynn Community Television to stay updated on all the news and happenings around Lynn. And go to Lynn Community Television on YouTube for a wide range of staff and member content. And a special shout out to our co-op students, Pond Red, who are completing their final day on the job. I'm Danny Vittori, this is LCTV News, and we will see you next week.
This episode of the LCTV News is brought to you by Encompass Health, North Shore Community College, Leo Inc., Brotherhood Credit Union, and Daoulas Brothers Construction.